wouldn't call in the black people who had been there for years. They would call the white people in who had been there for a few months. And the other fast food restaurant not paying me like Chick-fil-A paying me. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You let me know. I'm listening. Drinks, they need a refill. I got you, boo. I got you. One, two, test them. 1, 2, 3. What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Bree. Today, I'm here bringing y'all another freaking story time. Okay? Get your snacks, get your juice, get your water, get anything you need, because this might take a little minute. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it might take a little minute, okay? Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned for the freaking story time. And y'all, this story time about why I quit Chick-fil-A. So let's just take it on back, okay? I started working at Chick-fil-A when I was 16 years old. Was I 16 or was I 15? I was definitely 16. And around this time, y'all, me and my family, my immediate family, just me, mom, and my brother, we was going through some things or whatever, and I was like, look, Mom, to release some stress, I'm gonna get me a job, okay? Even though I wanted to get me a job when I was 15, but I just couldn't really find one I really wanted to work at. So when I turned 16, I found me a little job. Like, I was searching all over for jobs. I mean, applying to all the little jobs we had. I stay in a small town, so it's not that many jobs, but the jobs, the places that I could have applied to, I definitely applied to them, okay? I went to a few interviews. I don't know, maybe I applied to like 10, I went to like 5 interviews, and Chick-fil-A was one of them. I went to the interview to the jobs around like the same time, so, and y'all, don't mind my wig. I wanted to do something different in my hair, so I just reapplied my old wig, so yeah, but anyways. Yeah, so Chick-fil-A was one of the jobs that I heard back first from. So I'm like, okay, I don't really eat at Chick-fil-A. This was when I was 15, 16, well, 16. I don't really eat at Chick-fil-A, but I don't think they get a lot of business, or I didn't really know about Chick-fil-A before I started working there, so yeah, they definitely got business. I'm like, this gonna be cool or whatever, so I went to the interview, and my manager was cool, off rip, she was cool. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely like her. The next couple of days, I think I went to like orientation or whatever. They were just showing me like how to clean up, how to maybe take an order, and things like that. So boom, baby, let's skip to the first day of work. I get to work, I'm highly jolly and ecstatic, okay? So I'm at work, and I don't know if y'all know this, but when you work at Chick-fil-A, they start you off in the dining room. Well, the one I worked at anyway. So like, you would basically like go around, make sure like all the customers had what they needed, sauce, drinks, they need a refill. I got you, boo, I got you. So that's what I was doing. I hated it. Like, I hated it. I was like, if I do this for one more week, I was only doing it for a week, y'all. For one more week, I don't think this is the job for me. At the time, when I first started working, we had black management. It was majority black people who worked at this Chick-fil-A. Like, it would probably be like 1 or 2 out of 50 Chick-fil-A workers that was, you know, not black. So I'm like, cool beans, okay? Yeah, HBCU, black people, Chick-fil-A, black management. Okay, yeah, sign me up. So, I was there about a year. And let me just let this be known, I did stay at this job at Chick-fil-A for 4 years. So, yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. So let's say like a year in, I loved it. Like, when I tell y'all I love my job, I was so happy to get from school to go to work. Like, girl, if I could have put on my uniform before they called for the buses, I would have, so I could get, you know, already be ready to go to work as soon as I get home, you know? But no, I didn't do that. I would get home from school like 3:30. Probably had to work at like 4:35. Okay, so yes, when I get home, I'm getting prepared and getting ready for work because I was happy. I was ready to make my coins. And if you know me, I don't play about my money. That's number one thing I don't play about, my money, okay? So don't play with me. After a year, I believe it was a year, maybe almost 2 years. Yeah, I think it was a year. The manager that we had who was black left and went to a bigger Chick-fil-A in another city. So that was a bummer because I really did like him. He was strict or whatever, but I honestly did like him. So he left, and it's like, who's gonna be the manager now? Well, not the manager, because we had different managers there, but the store owner, if you understand what I'm saying, that's different. So we eventually didn't have a store owner for a while, maybe a few months, and it was great, but it was chaos. Like, people was doing whatever they wanted to do. They was hiring whoever, they was firing whoever. Like, it was a mess. So let's say, like, after a few months, that's when corporate came in. I'm not sure if y'all know what it is. I don't really know what it is, but we didn't have a store owner, so corporate had to come in and like kind of run us. You understand what I'm saying? Not run us like, you can make it over here, but you know, just tell us what to do and how they want, you know, the store to be ran until we got a new store owner. It was in, and I hated it, but I loved it at the same time because they was fun. Like, they was fun. The corporate, like, they weren't like strict or anything like that. They was honestly fun. They played with us, laughed with us, joked with us while we was at work. That's probably like a whole nother year. So like my third year, coming up my third year working there, y'all, this is when it got real. This is when I was like, I don't know how much longer I will be here, okay? I love my job. I love my managers, especially my manager, CC. Shout out to her, period. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I can take this. As soon as corporate left and we got our new store owner. Yeah, we got a new store owner. She was white, by the way. And everything just went haywire. But honestly, I'm gonna be honest, it was some good and bad, but to me, the bad definitely started outweighing the good. And it's like, something gotta give. The new manager came in, store owner, excuse me, and she started demanding all these different things, like everybody has to have this, everybody needs to talk like this, walk like this, eat like this, act like this. I'm like, sweetie, I know I'm only here for a few hours, but god damn, you want me to be a robot? It was too much. She started putting into play like different cookouts and like Christmas parties and gatherings. Like, she started putting into place like different gatherings that we all could have to, you know, basically get to know each other more and, you know, just be around each other outside of work. So that was cool or whatever. I like that. Months go by or whatever, and I eventually become, well, they come to me and say I can be a trainer. Okay, let me take different positions at the Chick-fil-A I worked at. It's regular employee, trainer, manager, and direct. Oh, I think direct and manager go hand in hand. They wanted me to be a trainer, so I moved on up. I feel like it was 2 years going on 3 years, because the last 2 years I was there, I was a trainer. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, I do that, sweetie. Make a little bit more coins. They was talking about that money. When they talking about that money, my eyes go up like this. They get big, okay, big. I'm like, yeah, I want my coins. What I gotta do? So they was like, you gotta do all these trainings and blah, 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 blah. It's like these little trainings that you can do online. You watch these videos, take little quizzes, and yes, it moves you on up. Mind you, when I first got the job, they made you do a lot of trainings before you even worked on your first day. So I got a lot of mine out the way before I even became a trainer. But it was like a few more I had to finish up. I honestly finished them up, but it was like getting tiring because I was still in high school, trying to have fun with my girls, trying to do this, trying to do that, and it was just taking up a lot of time that I didn't have. So eventually, I'm like, probably like after two weeks maybe, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish up all these videos. So it's either like, do y'all still really want me to be a trainer? Because I can do it, you know, I can do it. Or, you know, I'ma just leave it alone. It was like, no, I really need you to be a trainer. You're a great leader here, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm probably gonna do like 2 more videos. But before I finished those videos, the white lady at the time, she was some kind of coordinator or something. We was cool or whatever. So she came and was like, you know what? Don't worry about the videos. You're a trainer now. I was like, okay. Thank you, boo. Thank you. So yeah, I became a trainer. I wore like, usually the Chick-fil-A workers would wear the red shirts, but I had a blue shirt, sweetie. I had a blue shirt. And when I got that blue shirt, a lot of stuff started changing, honestly, because like I said, I had work friends. And when you were a trainer, like they assign you to tell the other employees not what to do, but kind of what to do, like where they're gonna be at for the day and stuff like that. So like I feel like my relationship with my friends started changing because I was a trainer and they felt like I was telling them what to do. And I wasn't telling them what to do, but I was just doing my job, baby. I had to get my coins, okay? That happened, I became a trainer, and that was cool or whatever. But then I started noticing that other people was becoming trainers with me, but it wasn't, how can I put it? It wasn't the people that I usually work with. Like, it was like new white employees. I was just like, okay, this is weird, but let me try to put two and two together. So I got my black friends here, okay? They've been here for a while, probably been here like maybe a year or two, just like me, almost 3 years, or whatever, something like that. And then it's these new white employees who are in the position that I'm in. So, yeah, okay, that was the first red flag. You know your friends, like, they felt some type of way, basically. They felt some type of way. Like, I've been here for forever. I'm not moving up, but these white people come in and they are trainers and managers. And another thing that was a red flag too, well, I didn't say red flag, but that raised my eyebrows, was that the white managers, so now these are older people now. White people will come in and work for 2 weeks, y'all, and become a manager. Okay, that's fine and dandy. Maybe you know all the skills, and not come from like another Chick-fil-A. I mean, just come in. One lady did come from like another fast food restaurant, and she had been working there for years, so I understand it. But the other people, I'm just like, how? It's been older people here for years, longer than me, who are not even trainers. So how can these white people come in, work 2 weeks, and become a manager? You let me know. Let me know. I'm listening. But this is what when everybody started to think like, okay, this is kind of a little off for real, because the black managers now who have been there for years, I'm talking over 10 years, y'all, they would place them down in management, and the white people who have been there for 2 weeks up in management. So that was crazy. Like, I did not understand it. I didn't want to say that they was racist, but the way that they was moving, sweetie, it was giving off, you know, I only want white people here vibes, okay? So at this time, a lot of people started noticing what was going on, and a lot of people started leaving. Like, they honestly was, I mean, like, I'm talking about like people that I came in with, or the people that came in a little bit after me started leaving. Like, they was like, nah, I'm about to go work somewhere else where I'm really like comfortable at working, basically. But me, baby, I stuck it out. I stuck it out. I was like, I'm staying up in here because they is paying me a little bit more coins. And then like I said, I'm from a little small town, so it's not that many jobs. And the rest, the majority of the jobs there is fast food. And the other fast food restaurants not paying me like Chick-fil-A paying me. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Another thing that they would do. So we'll be at work one day, okay? Excuse me, like, I'm a trainer, so they give me hours or whatever. But my friends started not getting hours. So now I'm at work, and my friends not at work because they not scheduled to work today because they not getting that many hours. But, say, okay, say that happened. But while I'm at work, say we short on staff. So say like we are busier than we thought we was gonna be. We would try to, we would call in people, but they wouldn't call in the black kids. They wouldn't call in the black people who had been there for years. They would call the white people in who had been there for a few months. I'm not saying it racist. Y'all judge. Y'all tell right now, comment down below if y'all think this is not a little racist. Time goes on, probably like a year or so go on, and at this point, I'm in college now. So when I'm in college, I stay 3 hours away from where my college is. So therefore, when I'm in college, or during the semester, I'm not gonna be working unless I'm home. If you understand what I'm saying. So once I went to college, I stopped working like that. When I would get back, things would be all cool or whatever. So say like I'm home for the summer now, things would be all cool and stuff. But it's like now, I've been here for almost 4 years, going on 4 years, maybe 3 years, going on 4. And I'm not moving nowhere. Like, I feel like I had been there long. I knew majority of everything that needs to, go on and take place at the job. So like, why am I not moving up? Because like I said, it's trainer, manager, it's other stuff that you can do to make more money. See, they would do these things called evaluations with everybody, maybe like once or twice a year. And every time I had my evaluation, I would be a 4 or a 5 star. At the beginning, I was a 4, like maybe before I was a trainer. Every time I had my evaluation, I would be a 5 star. So if I'm a 5 star, baby, that's above the above, okay? I need to move up. So now at this point, I'm in college, but when I come home, I'm like, I'm ready to work, but do you know if, I get paid more? Basically, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I need more coins. I'm older now. I'm not in high school. I have other bills. I have, things to pay for, things to do, okay? I would talk to my manager, the one I love, my favorite manager. And she would be like, yeah, I definitely agree with you, period. And I understand what you're talking about. So I'm gonna talk to the higher up, which was the white, store owner. Usually, like, they didn't want us talking to her about stuff like that. They wanted us to go through the hiring manager and the schedule manager to take it to her, if you understand. Which is cool, because I don't want to come at you no type of way, because I know how like sometimes I could come off, I could be saying something, but no, it ain't the way, it ain't what you say, it's just how you say it. And sometimes I could just say it wrong, like how I'm saying it. So yeah, time go by and we had another evaluation. Like I said, I was a 5 star, but let me put something else in there. Back it up. I was level 8. I called out probably twice out of 4 years, y'all. 4 years. Like, it don't get no better than me. And I even came in on my days off if they called me. Baby, at this point, I need to be a director. I need to be up with the store owner, okay? Because I'm here, like I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I sat down with my manager. She gave my evaluation. I was a 5 star. And then she was like, and we had this position open where you could, I'm not sure, she said a manager. I think she said a manager, honestly. Like you could become one, yeah, she did, one of the frontline managers. And if you don't know, my job was on frontline to work cashier, but mostly drive-through. Like drive-through was my thing. Like I was good at drive-through. And you know how Chick-fil-A be packed and you gotta get the orders out. You gotta get the orders out, okay? So yeah, I was good in drive-through. So I was like, okay, this sound good. How much they trying to, But me and my manager was like this. We always seen eye to eye. So I could talk to her like that, even though I was still professional with it, but I was just basically like, are they trying to pay me some more money? She was like, yeah, or whatever, but she still had to talk to, the store owner about the decision, because she makes the final decision whether or not I do be able to get that position or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's fine, girl. She probably gonna, give it to me or whatever, because I've been here for the longest time. Like, at this point, I was one of the people who had been there for a long, like, it was probably me. It was a guy who worked in the kitchen and 2 of the managers, 2 of the black managers. We all black now. We had been there for some time. Well, the 2 managers been there for the longest time. Everybody else was new. Even the store owner knew. So, yeah, I'm like, I've been here for a long time, girl. I've been here before you was here, so I know you probably gonna, give me that position. I mean, months go by, y'all, months. I'm still like texting my manager. At this point, I'm in school. And I'm thinking about it, like when I come home, do I want to get a new job? Because I'm like, they're not giving me how can I explain to y'all? You know what you can do. Basically you know your worth. And you know you're not worth being no trainer no more after dang near 4 years. It's like, no. And she working on it, she's still talking to her about it, but she hadn't made her decision. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you some time. Like, she probably busy, she is a store owner, and she had kids. So karate and all of that. happened and the summer came, y'all. But we actually got out of school in March. So March. So then that's when I went back home, and that's when I went back to work. So I was working from March all the way to August. Working. That's when I just made my decision, like, this is gonna be my last summer, because this particular summer, like every summer is hectic, but this particular summer, y'all, they had me doing the most. And I feel like it was because I was black, but other people might think to differ, but that's how I feel. Or maybe it's just me, because I was so used to only being in drive-through and, you know, just coming there doing what I gotta do and leaving. But let me tell y'all, dude, at this time, I was so stressed out about other things, and the fact that I had to go to work where I wasn't happy at. It wasn't the same no more. Like, it wasn't the same. Like, at the beginning, I was, like I told y'all, I was happy, like, so happy to go to dang on work. Like, I would miss school to go to work, because that's how much I wanted to go to work. And it wasn't just because I was making money, but I really liked the environment and, you know, the people I was working with. I would literally cry before I had to go to work, damn near. Yeah, I don't know why I left it off yet, y'all, but basically the job was just tearing me, like, mentally apart. Like, I was just like, this job is not worth my mental health. It was draining me, y'all. And maybe I'm not used to change, so that's why it was so hard for me to give the job up. Because like I said, I didn't want to, but so many things had changed, and the red flags that I was seeing about, you know, black people this, white people this, it was just turning me off. The job honestly started being like a real negative environment. So it was just too much, y'all. They never got back to me about the manager position, but it's okay, because I'm on and I'm off to bigger and better things, and that's on cool. Period, okay? But yeah, y'all, that's basically why I quit Chick-fil-A. You can decide whether or not. I probably left out some stuff, because when I'm telling stories, I always leave out stuff. I don't know why, I don't know how. But yeah, you can decide you think they racist or not. But yeah, it is what it is. I learned so much from that job. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into that job, y'all. And honestly, I was a great employee. You can ask anybody this still. That's the end of my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share this video, y'all. Let it get out there. Let it get out there. Tell your mama, your grandpa, your dogs, your cats, everybody, okay? And yes, y'all. Peace.